Civics.
Good morning, children.
I had one
today,
question the other day.
yes,
One question on Friday. So, ma'am, it is regarding constitutional remedies.
Yes.
I think like our money got cheated. So, ma'am, you told that when we lose the one type of a right or it is taken away from us, then we can refer to constitutional remedies. So, ma'am, if our money is cheated, so ma'am, what does the cheating of money fall under which right?
so you can go, you can seek the help of constitution. This will come under right against exploitation. You have been exploited. Your money has been taken away from you in a wrong way. Hence, you can always go to the court. Okay, now, firstly, today I would like to start by saying there is something very important, that is next week, that is coming week, Monday and Friday, both days, I will not be able to take your history and geography live classes. Okay, next week, Monday and Friday, I'll not be here, for which I will not be taking your live classes. Now on Monday, I will be sending you all on Friday. I'm going to take a 1 hour class of history and a 1 hour class of geography. So please get ready, eat everything. I'll give a 5 minutes break maybe in between. So I will take a full continuous class for you all. Remember, you will be 1 hour on Friday. Friday means, let me tell the date. It is going to be 1st of October. Okay, 1st of October. Then on Monday, I'm going to set a question paper on civics, which will include both the chapters, Constitution and Fundamental Rights and Directive Principles. So it's going to be an open book marked classwork. So I'll send you the paper. You all, during Monday, during class time, you will solve the paper and everybody will mail it to me by 12 p.m. Is that clear?
No, can you say it again? I was having some audio.
You need to pay attention. So Monday, today and on 1st October, you are having class. On 1st October, I'm going to take 1 hour class. For history, 1 hour for geography. So I'll take a little extra time. Now, so Friday, eat, be ready and come to class. There'll be no, long break in between the two classes. And I'll continue. You will have consecutive classes. And you have to take a little bit of pressure one day. Can't be helped. Then next, Monday, 4th of October.
You will send the time, ma'am.
Listen, 4th and 8th, you are not going to have live classes. 4th and 8th, only history and geography, no live classes. Other classes will go on. It is because I will not be there, for which the live classes will not take place. Now for 4th October, I'm going to give you a written work. This written work is going to be on civics. It is going to cover both Constitution and Fundamental Rights and Directive Principles. So I'll mail you the paper. You will solve the paper in your classwork copy and you will write down the answers and send it to me by 12 p.m. in the noon latest. And it should come to me on Monday, not, beforehand only I do anything and everything and I submit. I want you all to read the chapters properly first. You can take examples from your book. You can take examples from other places as well. If you can, any proper examples, if you use in your answers, that is all right. So I'll give you such kind of questions. It is going to be on civics. You will solve and you will send it to me. And for Friday, that is 8th of October, that's your last day. So I'll not keep a lot of pressure on that day because your puja, holidays are starting. So I'll give you some good video links. Maybe I'll if possible, I can record a small teaching video and mail it to you. You all can go through it. All right?
Ma'am, 4th of October, the work is marked classwork.
Marked classwork. It's a marked classwork.
I want to bring the
yes.
book.
It's going to be an open book, marked classwork. I'm keeping it open book. You have to understand and you have to write the answers. So prepare yourself accordingly. Both the chapters of civics are involved. Clear to everyone?
Ma'am, will there be anything of geography on
In geography also you will get a written work. Don't worry. So in both the sub,
open book.
let's see. Geography will be open book or bygone. I'll let you know that. Okay. By tomorrow I will mail it to you.
And where are you going?
I'm going for some work. I'm going out of Kolkata for some work. So I'll come back, and so after Friday I'll meet you after the pujas. All right. So this is something.
Have
Ma'am,
fun.
can you check the chat?
At least
Ma'am,
you go out of
Ma'am, in
those-
open book, we can't search the internet or anything, right?
For the no internet based things. You have to write it from your book. Yes. Now suppose for something suppose I tell you, give one example and you think of an example and use it, and if the example is proper, then I can give you marks. Soham, for that you please please talk to Nikita ma'am, because it's her schedule, right? So you can mail it to her, or your parents can mail it to her, and she can try to arrange for separate sessions. No problem with you or whatever is needed. She'll look into it. So if you just mail it to her, she will definitely look into it. All right. Yes.
Ma'am, when do we have the next wellness class?
So as soon as I get to know, I'll let you know. As soon as I get to know, I will also let you know. All right. So Friday, 1 hour class, Monday and next Friday, that is 4th and 8th, no live class. 4th, open book, marked work that you will solve and send it to me by 12 p.m. Clear? On civics. Today, we are going to go ahead with the fundamental rights topic that we started last day. Now, 1 minute.
And won't you show us another video?
I'll mail you for 8th class. I'll give you various video links. You can go through them. They are going to be very good. So you can always go through those videos when I mail it to you, because I kept it for 8. As it is, I kept it for 8. The reason being is the last class before the pujas, and a lot of discussion, more than discussions. You can enjoy these videos. So
Ma'am,
I'll
I
mail-
remember that before the pujas, one class, one physical class, you played the dhake sound and we all danced.
Yes. This time I will not be here. Actually, I'll be coming back at Friday night. That is why I'll be missing out. So I'll meet you after the pujas, and then we can
What
have
is the date that you will come out? Our school will end from 11th October. So next week is the last. Next
Next week
after
is the
that
last week.
after-
Yes. Again, school will reopen on 25th. 25th, school is going to reopen. Okay. Now, one more thing, children. This is very important as a class teacher. That is, since next week I will not be there. If you people have any problem related to your report card or so, you mail it to me on the week of 25th of October. You can mail me in advance also, but I will reply to you maybe after the puja holidays. I can get back and solve that issues. I don't think there should be too much of issues, because you mostly know most of the things, like who has submitted what work and who has not submitted. Those are there. Who keeps the video on and gets a A or a B, and who does not interact and keeps the video off and gets a C or a D. It's something that you know. Don't think if in anything you are getting a C grade, that means it's bad. But what we want when we give a grade is that there is a scope for improvement. If somebody is absolutely quiet in class, I have not seen, any participation, or if I have got this feedback from, and it is not taken into consideration only my classes. Remember, your marks, though mostly in subjects, many times many marks are sent. But when I'm grading you, C means the feedback I have got from all the teachers taking in my every class, including Hindi, including ICT, everything is taken into consideration. Now, if there is irregularity, if there is no interaction, you need to behave like, we are treating this to be as much as like school and giving it importance like school. So if you are getting a C, that means we want you to improve a little more. That is also not bad. C is good, but there is scope for improvement. B is good. That is, you should keep it going. And A is only for very good. Also for projects and all, if it has come on time, if it has been done in a nice way, you have been marked accordingly. If you have spoken nicely, you have been marked accordingly. So you will be getting grades and marks and remarks accordingly. And whatever be the problem, you mail it to me and keep it. Once I come back, after the puja holidays, the school reopens, I'll get back to you in case you find there is some major issue. All right, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, great. Now this is something that we started learning. There is fundamental rights. So on fundamental rights, what we discussed is why are the fundamental rights so important? What are fundamental rights? Why are they so important? Now we are going to start with the first fundamental right, that is right to equality. So the first person who we think about when we talk about the Constitution is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is known as the father of the Constitution. Now he did not belong to an upper caste. You all know that. He did not belong to an upper caste.
He was a Dalit.
He belonged to a
He
Dalit.
was a Dalit and he was from one of the lower castes. So you see, he grew up within a lot of discrimination. He faced so much discrimination as a child. He was very talented, but in school, he was not allowed to sit with the students of the upper caste in an equal way and participate in class and, interact with them. The children of his area or from his caste, they had to sit outside the doors of the classroom, not even inside the doors of the classroom. They sat there and they had to listen. There was no chair or proper place for them to sit, benches for them to sit. They had to carry, bags of sand on their back to school so that they could sit on them and they could study. Yes, they were allowed to
Ma'am, if
enter
there
the
were
school
no
building.
peons, then there would be no water for them.
Absolutely. There was no water given to them. Means from the common tap, they were not allowed to drink like the other children. The peon used to fill the water and give it to them. Hence, he knew
They would not even let them touch the.
they were absolutely, it was treated as,
water in.
they were treated
They used
as
to pour it
untouchable.
down. Pour it down. They used to
True.
do it.
You
And they
see,
used to
he
pour it
grew
down
up
and
within
Can you
such
share-
inequality.
Drink from your
Can
hand.
you share this Google document with us?
Let's see. These are from your book only. Last year they had a different book, so we had made certain points here, so that you know what are the main things. Let's see. If possible, then I'll share this. If it's but this is mainly nothing but from your book itself. Now you see, right to equality. The word equality was put in the preamble of the Constitution itself as an ideal that India is going to maintain from now. The caste system, if you go back and think, it did not start on a wrong basis. The beginning of the caste system was with the thought that, in the society, work is divided. Everybody has some work to do, so that, for on one person, there is not too much of pressure. Then again, there is not too much cutthroat competition on one job only. Everybody has something to do. There is a proper balance in society. That was the main idea when caste system started during the early Vedic age. Give job to everyone. Every job is done in a balanced way. There is no cutthroat competition, so there is proper balance in society. But what it grew in the later Vedic period and then on, what continued was, it became a power struggle. The upper caste, it became ladder-like.
There was discrimination.
Absolutely. The upper caste
upper caste
became
started
more
beginning to
powerful.
discriminate the lower caste.
That is when it went wrong. That is when the upper caste people started realizing that we can remain in power like this. We can dictate on them. We can tell them, do this for us. Do this for us. You go clean. We can shout at them. We can treat them in a bad way. And they are doing it. If we remain educated and don't spread education, then we remain in an authoritative position. You know, they don't know we can exploit them. So it became a power struggle. That is what had continued for a long time. But right to equality was put in the Constitution under fundamental rights because the framers of our Constitution wanted to end it. Their main motto was to end this discrimination. So in nowhere, in field of jobs, in schools and colleges, in any public place like a park, like a temple, like you can say any public place. If it's a movie theater, if you have a ticket, you cannot say you are from an upper caste in a movie theater, so you get the good tickets and you have to sit on the floor on the ground, or you are not allowed inside. No, whoever can buy the tickets will get the equal seat. So same opportunities for all. Opportunities are equal for all, and the rights are equal for all. So what do you mean by equal rights? Basically, all the people are equal in the eyes of Indian law. No discrimination on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, on the basis of gender, anything. The law is equal, and if you make a mistake, the punishment is also the same. So no matter you are Shah Rukh Khan or you are a simple shopkeeper, a local shopkeeper, if you have done something wrong, then that is treated as wrong and you get the same punishment. No matter you are rich or poor, you are a boy or a girl, you are you are from whatever background, your father is what, and your father or your family is, you are a politician's family, you belong to a politician's family or not, the law is same for all. Yes, if you say there is no corruption, if you ask me this, I cannot say there has never been any corruption, because the rich sometimes manipulates. If I say that rich, but actually, if the judges, if you really look into it, yes, sometimes they try to bribe and do this and that. So for that, we need to change ourselves. If each member of the society change his or her outlook, then nothing will be going wrong. So the main thing, equal opportunities for all, equal rights for all, and the law is equal for all. That is, the same rules are applied to all, the same punishment if you break the rules. All right, this is right to equality, and the first, the very important right. Next comes right to freedom. That is what we discussed last day, that right to freedom is something very important, because this right helps in ensuring what we discussed last day, the well-being of the people, the well-being of the citizens. Right to equality, right to freedom ensures that the people are happy. Because until and unless some freedom is given to you, you will never enjoy, being the citizen of a country. Like in the school, of course, there are restrictions, there are rules. Like you have to come to school at 8:20. You have class, like 3 classes, but then during the break time, you have the freedom to go and play with your friends. When you come to class, your class teacher or your subject teacher, they tell you, you sit here, you sit there. Many times they fix the places. Sometimes, many times we as teachers, since in class 7, we say you can choose and sit beside your friends. No problem. You can choose which place you want to sit, but when I'm taking the class, please don't talk. That is the restriction, that you have the freedom to sit beside your friend. That gives you, that ensures that you are happy. You want to come to school each day. You get to play. You want to come to school each day. So these are your basic rights as a student of the school. In the same way, as a citizen of the country, there are some rights given to you. Number 1, you have the right to express yourself freely. That is what you are thinking, what is there in your mind. If you have some opinion regarding anything, you can put it forward in our country. You have the freedom to express yourself in our country. Next, you have the freedom to right to or freedom to hold peaceful gatherings and form groups. Peaceful groups and peaceful gatherings. What do you mean by that? Suppose in a school, I want to celebrate an occasion. So I call all the students, all the parents. So it's a peaceful gathering. It's a peaceful association. We sing, we dance, there are speeches given, and in a nice way, maybe on 15th August, we celebrate a day, a peaceful
Like
gathering.
we don't revolutionize or something.
Very
Get out
true.
on the road.
We are doing it in a peaceful way. We are spreading positivity. Absolutely, that is all right. Now, in the same way, if it's like, in school or in colleges, when you grow up to colleges have college unions. So in college unions, you will see, they have union meetings. So if there is a meeting and it's done in a peaceful way, that's all right. You can always do so. It's absolutely all right. Next is, next freedom is you are free to move around anywhere. You are free to travel anywhere within the country in a legal and a proper way. Suppose for your holiday, during Durga Puja, you want to go somewhere, to the mountains or a sea beach. You can buy a ticket, you can book a hotel, and within India, you are free to travel. Also, you are free to choose where to live within this country. As you choose. Suppose you want to go out of Kolkata and work in Delhi, and then if you want to work there, you want to buy your own house there. You do the paperwork, pay the money to the flat owner and the building owner, and you stay there. All right, so that's absolutely fine. Next is, another right is you have the freedom to choose your own career, what you want to become when you grow up. Now, no one can force you that you have to become this when you grow up. Or your father is doing, your father is a doctor, then you are a doctor. If your father is a shopkeeper, you are a shopkeeper. No. If your father is driving an auto, but if the child has gone to school, got education and is very good and wants to become an engineer, that person can do so. So these are freedom to express ourselves, freedom to hold peaceful gatherings, freedom to move around in India freely, and freedom to choose where to live, freedom to choose our own occupation. These freedoms are given by the Constitution. But very importantly, these freedoms are not absolute. Absolute means these freedoms are given to an individual, correct? But an individual must ensure that he or she does not misuse it. The key word here is misuse. If you are misusing your freedom, or you are using, if you are using your freedom in such a way that somebody else is getting hurt, or the society's well-being is put into, question for your actions, in that case, you can be taken to jail. You have the freedom of speech. Yes?
And for instance, I was a little while ago very angry. So I couldn't, because I can tell that I have the freedom to express my thoughts, but even though I cannot hit somebody, that is not
very true. Very true. You have the freedom of speech, right? You can say what you feel like, even when you are angry. This is what I keep on saying.
You cannot resort to stronger terms.
Yes,
like
you are not to use abusive language in a public forum and talk to others. No, that is wrong. Then you are
express our views in an unoffensive way. Once it
You are
becomes
also
offensive, it is
not-
bad.
Absolutely. You are not even allowed to use hate speech. There is something that is called hate speech. If you use such kind of language while speaking, which causes, which has led to problems within two groups, which leads to violation in within two groups, that is wrong.
Ma'am, that means all political leaders are doing illegal stuff, because all of them must say that that leader is bad, that leader is bad.
What they try to show, no, what they are trying to do is where during election they try to show that this person did not do this, so you should vote for me. So that's a way of promoting themselves and showing the fault in others. Okay, showing the fault in, but what is happening nowadays, it is leading to violent situations, and many times for which now if you see the election commission is there, they try to stop that. You are not supposed to create any situation which leads to any kind of violence in India. You are actually not supposed to. I can say my
Ma'am, the
but in a
political
balanced
leaders'
way.
speeches these days do not.
Yeah, they say
Not
don't give
wrong.
hate speeches, don't make these hate speeches. It is actually wrong. Our constitution says it is
Ma'am,
wrong. In the same
ma'am, the
way,
political leaders' speech them do not
yeah, now
qualify as
listen,
an
1
offensive.
minute. In the same way, I am allowed to buy a property and build my house anywhere within this country. Now I can, I like a place, I can buy my own house and I can live within this country. Now, if I say, suppose one day, okay, Avantika, I like your house a lot. I am going to come and this is my house from today. I am taking it away from you. Can I do that? Will that be right?
Unless you pay her so much that she builds
Absolutely
her house to you.
not. If I tell Aditya, I'm going to take today from you, this house belongs to me. I like it very much. I am taking this away from you. I cannot do that.
Ma'am, I
That
will
is
give
where
it to you if you
it
pay
is
me.
wrong.
We are all
What I can
going
do is,
broke.
yes, I can give the proposal to you that Aditya, will you like to sell this house to me? Or Avantika, will you like to sell this house to me? Then if
we
you
can't
are
just
willing
take a
to,
person our possession.
yes, if you are willing to, you can sell it to me. If you are not willing to, you can say a no. In the same way, I can organize a peaceful gathering. Now, I have the freedom to choose my own profession. But now, if I want to become, a dacoit, or say I'll become a thief, is that right? You can't do that. So,
We cannot
this
take
is
any
when
profession that
you
does
are-
harm to others.
Yes, this is when you are going wrong. So, it is
Yes,
very
of course, it is
important.
the army.
There
And we are doing
are
defensive stuff.
certain
Let's use our
restrictions.
freedom rightly.
Yes, the word is restrictions. On right to freedom, there are some restrictions. There's a thin line which you cannot cross. You can enjoy your rights. Of course, you have freedom. You can enjoy your rights, but you cannot enjoy it in such a way that you hamper the well-being of the society, that you hamper the well-being of other citizens of the country. No, in that case, if you say that I have been enjoying my right to freedom, then you can be put into jail by saying that that person also has the right to, complain against you. Yes, Sanjita?
Or put you in jail.
Yes. You will put who in jail?
Ma'am, in Germany,
Whoever tries to steal from you.
We also have the right to go to jail.
Can become a police officer. But ma'am,
That is all
nowadays,
the targets that you are bringing. Wait.
No, ma'am, no.
You will be punched
Okay,
straight to
wait.
jail.
Sanjita was saying something. What were you saying, Sanjita?
yes, ma'am, I want to share you all a fact. Ma'am, in Germany, if prisoners escape jail, they are not punished because it is told that the people have the right to freedom to escape the jail.
No, in
What
jail
sort of-
they
what
have
sort of
certain, they go to jail. I don't know about the exact law, but I know in sometimes they're sent to correctional homes, like where they can be treated and they can
Yes,
be
ma'am,
given
do
a
you know there
chance
is
to
one such
redeem
prison
themselves.
in... Ma'am, do you know there is one such prison in Sweden? A place in small Sweden. It is a small, sort of not very rich place, I must say. But the people who are in the prisoners, the prisoners live in they have no security. They do have security, but they live in a nice cottage where their family can come and visit the 3 days a week, and they have everything there. They even have a swimming pool and other facilities which the
So they are
other
these are
civilians
correctional
don't have.
homes. Okay, they are given a chance to redeem themselves. True. Sometimes they can, sometimes
Ma'am, do
they
you
can.
know
Many
there's a
people.
record?
Many
Not
people
one person who
work
has
to
gone
help
there
them.
has gone wrong again.
Yes.
and nowadays, ma'am, when people try to like exploitation and go against it, now it's like the opposition party bribes someone who is actually fighting the case for both the sides. And then
Yes, like when I'll come to constitutional remedies, I'll take up your point. Okay. See here, now these two were right to. So these rights are given to you. Now this is one right that is meant to protect you. Right against exploitation. So right against means if somebody is mistreated, just now I told you, if you are exploited, if somebody is mistreating you or trying to take away your rights, then you can go to the court and say that you have been exploited. Just like children, child labor we say is a crime. Actually, it is a crime, though many people make them do it. But if you are sending a child to work forcefully, by force, without the child's wish mainly, then you are doing a big crime. You are not allowed to do that. So the child can go to the court and file a case on the basis of right against exploitation. See, every
children have the right to file a court case.
Children. Then there are many child rights. There are many child rights.
How? Ma'am, will any lawyer take the case of a child?
Of course, there are many child rights. See, if the child goes, it will not be the child dealing one-to-one. Then the children are given to. There are many steps. So there are counselors. Then they are kept in a proper place, in some proper place. And then there are many steps in case a child is abused badly, a child is treated badly.
Ma'am, if the child is not doing, not filing a court case which should be taken
many
up.
times what happens here is little children, they are not aware about all this things. But the basic thing is, see, there is another right which has now become a separate right, RTE. You will see this very commonly in many places, right to education, RTE. RTE says every child within the age group of 6 to 14 years have the right to education. 6 years is class 1 and 14 is when you appear for your 10th exam. So at least from 6 to 4 years, some children go to preschool, of course, nowadays preschool.
Ma'am, what schools? What schools?
14 years with
Ma'am,
study.
because this school is not free at all.
No. Every child, the thing is, it is not about this school. Every child has the right to get education. Now, free education in those cases where children are not being, where the parents are not being able to afford education. In what happened in India was a child labor. Like on one hand, there was child labor, then there was child marriage, and people were exploited, and children were sent to work in mines. And children did not know about salary.
Children were used as tools.
Yeah, what is the salary? How much should I earn for what kind of work? So what happened was they were exploited. Maybe for 8 hours, many children were made to beg on the road.
Like David Copperfield in India.
Many children
employers did not give them enough
forcefully
money.
made to beg on the roads. All these things are illegal. The government is trying to put a stop in all these things. And now under RTE, right to education, it has been made, as a rule that at least 6 to 14 years, that is up to 1 to 10, up to class 10, 14 years is class 10, every child, if the child is unable to afford education, then the child can go to a government school and should be grant scholarships and, given benefits, and they should be getting the chance to study. So it is very important. Now, in that case, the child, if the child is exploited and taken away, the child does have the right to, say that I am being forcefully made to work. In many such cases, arrests have been done. Okay, but children, if those children who have never been to school, do you think they are aware about these things? Why is education given so much importance nowadays?
No.
So that when you are exploited, you can stand up against it and say a no to such exploitations. If somebody is mistreating people, like, suppose I'm a girl, okay? I'm a girl, I'm a teacher, and there is a boy who is another teacher in your school. Now, we both work for 6 hours a day in the same school. But because he is a boy, that person is given more salary than the other person who is a girl. Do you think that is right? That is discrimination.
Ma'am,